We came to Gdansk for a very simple reason. Our members here put forward a very nice bid, which was very attractive. Not just because the city was good, but they found a nice hotel which was the right size for our audience, and they pitched things right. They obtained local sponsorship, and we had not held this particular event in Poland before. So for us, it was a good opportunity to reach not just Polish delegates, but also people from the Baltic states, from Scandinavia. We have delegates here from Russia as well. And yeah, Anna from Gdansk Convention Bureau has been very active in ICCA since 2007. I think I first met Anna. And we wanted to come here and show support. And so far, the experience has been very, very good. This is a regular annual event that ICCA organises called the Research, Sales and Marketing Programme. We've got about 120 people here from, I think it's now 35 countries. Not just in Europe, although the majority of delegates are Europeans. We've also got delegates from South Africa, from Australia, from Canada and the USA and Mexico. So it does pull people in from all regions. Oh, and from Kenya even. This conference is designed for executives who are dealing on a day-to-day basis with clients, sales executives, marketing people, the researchers who are putting together site inspections or putting together bids. These are what I call the client-facing executives. So we're not aiming to bring in the CEOs, the managing directors, the directors of marketing. Those people are going to our Congress, which is a much bigger event, attracts between 800 and 1,000 people. But this one is a very, very practical event, and the way we organise it, I think, is quite unique. We asked the delegates to bring with them their live activities, their projects, their problems, their material, whether it's a brochure or a website, so that when we have our sessions, our education sessions, we can build those sessions around very concrete examples, very concrete problems, so that when the delegates go home to their office, they don't just talk about the concepts that they've learned, they actually have ideas to improve the real work that they're actually charged to deal with. And I think that has a much better impact in terms of learning, but also it has a much bigger impact when they have to go to their boss and explain what they've gained from spending 3 days in Gdansk. This is my first time in Gdansk. I've been to Warsaw and to Krakow before on ICCA activities. And actually, I think for almost all the delegates, this is their first time in Gdansk, and for the vast majority, it's their first time in Poland. And I was speaking to the deputy mayor of Gdansk last evening, and explaining that in the room he now had 100 very positive ambassadors, or 120 very positive ambassadors for the city, because the impression that was given to the delegates has been a very positive one. We've walked in the old town, we've seen all of the amazing historical buildings. Our local hosts have helped to communicate the story of Gdansk, which is a very interesting one, especially the connections with Lech Walesa and the Solidarity movement. We all had a little book given in our rooms last night, for example, giving a personal history of Lech Walesa and the whole Solidarity movement. So that helps to put into context what is the significance of this city. And the significance, of course, is as part of the Hanseatic League to begin with. So it has a long, long history of connecting different countries through trade, through communication. And it also has a very critical role in terms of the reunification of Europe, the breaking down of communism, and the opening up of new ideas and freedom. So those things are as important to understand as going to the training seminars and learning about sales and marketing issues. It's important to understand where cities, where countries actually fit into the broader scheme of what's going on in Europe, especially for a relatively young audience such as we have here. Conference organisers make decisions using both their heads and their hearts. They need to have a good bid proposal which actually meets the business objectives that they've set. They have to have a good venue, they have to have good hotels, infrastructure has to be good, airline access, things like that are very important. And they need to know that there are good professionals who can support them. But when you end up with a short list of 3 or 4 destinations who all have those same attributes, then you have to start thinking about, well, what is the more emotional appeal? And Gdansk can tell a very powerful story of what it symbolizes in terms of freedom, communication, links between East and West. Those sort of stories are very important in winning the final decision when you're bidding for events.